My aunt tried to steal my father's life insurance and leave me and my siblings with nothing. She didn't know what Dad told us before he died. My father died on a Thursday morning after a car accident. He was 54 years old, healthy, and had just retired early to spend more time with his grandchildren. The police said he died on impact. Small mercy, I suppose. He didn't suffer. The suffering came after, and it came from his own sister. My aunt Colleen showed up at our house the day after Dad died. I was 26, my brother Nico was 23, and my sister B was 19. Our mother had passed away from cancer when I was 16, so it was just the three of us now. Orphans, technically, even though we were adults. Colleen walked in with a casserole dish and a face full of fake tears. She hugged each of us and said she couldn't believe her baby brother was gone. Said she'd be there for us through everything. Said we were family and she'd make sure we were taken care of. I didn't trust her. Neither did my siblings. Our father had warned us about Colleen years ago. He said his sister had always been jealous of him. Jealous that he'd gone to college and she hadn't. Jealous that he'd built a successful career as an engineer while she bounced between jobs. Jealous that he'd married our mother, who came from money, while Colleen married a man who gambled away every paycheck. Dad said if anything ever happened to him, we should watch Colleen carefully. She'd try to take whatever she could get her hands on. We thought he was being paranoid. He wasn't. 3 days after the funeral, Colleen called me and asked if we'd found Dad's life insurance policy yet. I told her we were still going through his paperwork, but the lawyer said everything was in order. She got quiet, then asked who the beneficiaries were. I said me and my siblings, split evenly. She said that was interesting because she was pretty sure Dad had told her years ago that she was listed as a secondary beneficiary. I knew that was a lie. Dad had shown me his policy 2 years ago when he updated it. He'd specifically pointed out that Colleen was not included and told me to make sure it stayed that way. I told her I didn't know anything about that, and we'd have to check with the insurance company. The next day, Colleen called the insurance company herself, pretended to be handling the estate on behalf of the family, told them there might be an error with the beneficiaries, and she needed to verify the policy details. The insurance agent called me afterward because I was listed as the primary contact. She said a woman claiming to be the deceased's sister had called asking very specific questions about the policy payout and whether beneficiary designations could be contested. She said it happened more often than people would think. Family members trying to redirect funds after a death. I thanked her and hung up. Then I called my siblings. We met at my apartment that night and talked about what to do. Nico wanted to confront Colleen immediately. B wanted to cut her off completely. I wanted to wait and see exactly how far she'd go. We didn't have to wait long. The following week, Colleen showed up at my apartment unannounced. She had papers in her hand and this rehearsed look of concern on her face. She said she'd been doing some thinking and realized we kids were too young and inexperienced to handle a large insurance payout. She said she wanted to help us manage the money responsibly so we wouldn't blow through it. She'd even drafted an agreement where we'd transfer the funds to an account she controlled and she'd distribute it to us in small amounts over time for our own protection. I asked what she'd get out of this arrangement. She said nothing. She was just trying to help. But the paperwork she'd brought included a clause that gave her 20% of the total as a management fee. Dad's policy was worth $400,000. She was trying to take $80,000 from her dead brother's children. I told her we'd think about it and asked her to leave. She seemed surprised we didn't agree immediately. Said she thought we trusted her. Said our father would have wanted us to be smart about this. I said our father specifically warned us about her and she should leave now. Her face changed completely. The fake sweetness disappeared and something cold took its place. She said we were ungrateful children who didn't understand how the world worked. Said she'd spent years watching her brother live comfortably while she struggled. Said she deserved something for all the times she'd helped our family, even though I couldn't remember a single time she'd actually helped with anything. She said if we didn't cooperate, she'd find another way to get what was owed to her. Then she left. 2 days later, I got a call from Dad's lawyer. Colleen had contacted him claiming Dad had made verbal promises to provide for her in the event of his death. She wanted to contest the insurance payout and potentially challenge Dad's will, which left everything to his children.